Alright, here we are. Welcome to Tech Wizard Stream and our new 2025 Let's Play of ASKA. This is today been the largest update of the game of ASKA, and as we can see, there is the beast that has shipwrecked us. The gods decree construct the Eye of Odin and rebuild your tribe. Now, we have played this game, two separate accounts, two separate seasons, so I'm not new to the game at all. We have had some really good seasons on our channel, but today we wanted to start our first Let's Play in 2025. So if you're reading this, if you're watching this today, we can come right here and you can see we started with a random seed. And if you want to play along, this is as of March 13th, 2025's update. You can follow this seed. You can see a little bit about our settings. We are playing an ultra, borderless, and so forth with our DLSS on max quality. So if you're interested in those things, that is what we're playing on to get this amazing looking quality of game right now, or at least in my opinion. My PC is not at all the best there is out there, but it does fairly well with this game. I'm actually streaming, or not streaming, but running this game on an NVIDIA 3070 with a Ryzen 7 processor, if y'all are into that sort of thing. If you want more information, comment below on this game and we will give you more of the details of the specs of the PC. But this is Ragnar. We can scroll in and out with our mouse wheel so we can look at Ragnar. And it is his. You have character creation. You can change some of the tattoos and the hair color and the beard. We have all of that character customization. And in updates that have come out since its release, we actually have the ability to customize the character with a workshop item, or in one of our shops that we can create and craft. This is a crafting survival game. We can run along the shore, and we do have to worry about our food and water. So we can come around the shore here. For those of you who have not played this game before, come along the shore and pick up mollusks, or mussels I should say. And we have the tooltip guide here, and we will leave it on for a little while, the wisdom wisp, so that we can view helpful hints along the way. As you see, mouse button 4 to find resources near you. They call this the God's Blessing or ability, but I call it Viking Vision. And by hitting my fourth mouse button, we see Scotty favors you, Resource Finder. So if I hit my fourth mouse button, we have this golden aura that goes out, and things glow yellow in the game. We see they kind of resources that we might want to pick up, such as reeds here. And we hold E and we can just gather these reeds, and then they appear right there on our back. So it looks really good. The game quality has improved, even graphics quality, and it looks so crisp right now. I'm quite amazed at how good it's looking. Now we do have our crafting situation. Let's see here. Yes, B to bring up our crafting table. And so if we want to make basic tools, we can make stone axe, stone pickaxe, much like every survival game. So we're going to run around and gather some stones like this. We also gathered some mussels. We have water. So we press the 1 on our key and we have gulp gulp. Yep, we have some water there. We have all this. When it says Scotty, those are achievements that we're completing. Resource Finder, Warmest Welcome, Warm Welcome. So those are things we're completing, and we could also pin these, like build a simple fire. So that's one thing we need to do right away. And then build a water supply collector. Those are the two we'll select there. Now you can go down, you can go back right here and go into Thor Combat, Kill a White, That'll be the next one we will likely do once we can get a couple weapons. Or kill a wisp. Well, we'll kill a wisp first, probably. Well, we've drank all our water. So what we want to do to obtain more water is there are these natural water resources, natural water collectors, like right here. So we can hold R to gather. Now we have our first attack here, this wisp. Now you can just punch them. You daze them with a few hits. We are Ragnar. We can punch things. So we're going to do that. We gathered some water. We noticed our water skin filled up. Let's wander around, look for another natural water collector. And we'll punch this wisp too. Get good, actually get nice sticks for punching the wisps. The sticks are down here, so you can gather them. You just press E and it picks up everything in that area, which is a very nice quality of life feature that we have here in ASKA. We have a small stone, but we need a pickaxe to harvest that. And there's that natural water collector, but we've already... Oh, the sticks were right there, I think. Where did that go? Yes, we had sticks right here. I think. Hold on. Let's see. Wait. No, sorry. Oh, well, we'll find a natural water collector. We'll kind of look around. We got to make sure... Now, I don't want to steer us astray. We were at our boat here. We don't want to go too far until we make sure we pick up all the Jotun blood. So we want to craft the Eye of Odin, but it's going to require long sticks, regular sticks, stones, and large stones. And then at the end, it's going to require like 5 or 6 bloodstones to fill it up to try to call in our first villager. This is a village management game as well as a survival game, which makes it rather unique in its quality and capabilities that you have to kind of live and survive. One of the first tips I can give you after we craft a stone axe to use as a weapon, we're still missing components for this. We need stone blade. To make a stone blade, you have to have stones, and then you make a stone blade like that. So now we can come back to stone axe, and we're missing the rope. So we come here, and we need fibers. Now fibers is what we could get from the wisp if we pick them up after we kill him. So we're going to wander around a minute, pick up mussels from the beach, and we're looking for a couple more wisps. Looks like there's a wisp right over there. And he will drop fiber. Now we also can get fiber a couple of other ways. But we're going to punch a wisp. We just like punching these guys. They're fun. So sticks and fiber. Now let's check. We have fiber. We can make a rope. Nope. Need one more fiber. So the other way you can get fiber is they're plants. And we go inland a little ways. We could get plants for fiber, or we can just keep punching these wisps, which is a lot of fun. Oh, stamina's a little low. And we can also... Oh, 2 against 1 is kind of tough. Let's see. Let's just kind of move around. Do we get some stamina back? There we go. Got a heavy attack with our right mouse button, like that. We can do lots of damage, but it does take a lot more stamina as well. And by punching him, we've leveled up our melee combat. So we're holding T to pick up all the items here. Let's come over here and pick up these. As you see, I picked up all the fiber instead of just one at a time. We do have the Wisdom Wisp. Let's see what Wisdom Wisp has to tell us today. B to open the build menu and build a simple fire. You can find it under the bushcraft category. Simple fire burns out and disappears when the fuel is all used. That's very good. So build a simple fire. We've already pinned that. So that's our next step because we don't want to freeze at night. So excuse me, I might push tab a couple of times by accident. So we have plenty of fiber now. We'll probably just make one more rope just to be on the safe side. We're going to need it anyways. Let's go to stone axe. Let's build this. And then for this, we have the sticks, but we need 2 of the stone blades, and we already have the rope. So let's see if we can craft 2 stone blades. We can craft 1, so it's already starting to get late. I say we come right here. If we hold and gather reeds, and then we go into our inventory, we can actually left shift and that harvests it. See, we have 4 fiber, we left shift, now we have 5 fiber. So you can actually convert your thatch or the reeds that you find into fiber. So that's what we did so that we could, but we need to make, we got 1 more stone here, that's great. Because our first night, we are going to spend right here on the beach. Then, our next step is to go find a cave. So we have a simple fire. And if we build this, this will complete our warm welcome achievement. Now you have to build the item and it will place it on the ground here. And then, like a lot of adventure games nowadays, you have to then supply that build with appropriate things. It does say we're missing some supplies, which are 4 sticks. So, we have an axe now. There are certain trees you can chop. These are big willow trees. You do not have an axe capable of chopping those in the beginning of the game. But we can chop these. The young fir tree. So let's hold R and then you just chop away. Now you will get splinters sometimes from chopping trees. You get little injuries. So just be mindful of that. You gotta watch your stamina. But there's the tree. Now be careful. Don't let the tree fall on you as it will hurt. Let's chop away. Alright, so we have resources here. Now you can chop the stump and remove the stump if you so choose. We will hold T to pick up all the resin and sticks. And then remember, we have our Viking vision. So it helps us to see things that are maybe buried in the grass in some way. We also have these sticks. We'll hold T to pick up multiple. Now those are long sticks. We won't be able to pick up but 1 of those at a time. So we're going to go ahead and pick up all the little sticks by holding T. And I like to go ahead and pick up 1 and carry it over, place it down by our campfire. Now there is something else. We're going to put these over here by our campfire. Just like so. Looks like the animations have gotten a bit smoother as well. Now you can also harvest 1 log, as we can see. And if you harvest a log, you will get sticks and bark for firewood, which we're going to need. So we're going to pick up all of the pieces that we've harvested from that. Now let's go ahead and hit R for supply. There we go. Scotty favors you. Warm welcome. We have completed that achievement and one of our pinned items. So now we want to add firewood to this, and then we want to hold E to ignite. We are attempting to light the fire. Alright, we have lighted our first, or lit our first fire in the world of ASKA. It's a beautiful game here. We have a couple of logs. Now the next thing we pinned was to build a water collector. Now, that is a nice thing to do, and it is something we need to do. But I'd like to wait until we find our actual location that we're going to start building our village to actually build a water collector. In the meantime, we can run around, look for that location, and also, when we find that location, we can then start setting up our village. But until then, we can usually find a lot of water collecting stones to keep our water skin full. We will go ahead and get a drink to fill up our thirst and be well hydrated. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and go into our achievements here, and I'm going to remove this as a pin. And the other thing we can do is this one, build an improved fire. So might wait on that, but it's fine. We'll pin that one and we'll look at what it takes to make an improved fire. So if we hold T or hit T to open, then it shows us that an improved campfire, we have all these upgrades. You know, our outpost, main outpost, and we have now the ability to set up multiple outposts. You also have the ability to rename any item in the game that you'd like. So we call this Simple Fire. We could actually come in here and rename this First Fire. If we can type First Fire. Okay. So now we have named this First Fire, and when you look at it, it's called First Fire. So the other thing to do is to select it and upgrade the fire. When we hit build, it's going to put the build, I guess, kind of an outline of what the build is going to be. It's going to be with stones, so we can supply some of the things right here, but we're also missing some items. And right there above our life bar, at the bottom it shows we need 5 more stones. So let's see what we can do. Oh, that's the other thing you can do, is if you're walking, you can double tap shift to roll. That was another achievement that we've completed. Kind of did it almost without thinking. So, roll. It's a very good combat technique. You just move forward, double tap shift with the old pinky there on the keyboard, and pick up stones. Yep, just like that. Now we can if we're looking at the fire, we don't get the option, but if we look at the stones around it, we can supply. There we go. We have completed our second pinned achievement. New deeds available. Odin favors you. Upgrades. Oh, so. Alright, so if we see Odin favors us, right here under Odin, we achieved another achievement. Upgrade a building. So we now have things completed in Odin and Scotty. Crafting, population, food production, knowledge, and combat. We probably will complete the next one. Wisp waste. We completed without really thinking about it and killed 3 wisps. And the next one would be woe to wights, or slay a wolfar. Wolves are pretty dangerous. Skeletons, sometimes. Drogars absolutely are dangerous. Wights, usually you could punch them, I would say. So we see the campfires burn out, all the fuel is gone. The night is still nice and bright and live. I say we take off and start looking for the location we're seeking. Now, one thing we can do is we can look at some of the other upgrades that we won't do right now, but we can do later. We can make a fire cover and a barbecue to cook food. We are going to need food very quickly, but we also picked up a bunch of mussels, and we can use those until they begin to go bad. We're going to be around the shore a little bit, but what I want to do is find the cave, wherever their cave may be. That is our first objective in this game, because cave means ore. Iron ore means better weapons, better armor, and the ability to craft a true village. So we're going to open this up, and we are going to come right here to dismantle. And when we dismantle, you notice all the things that we had kind of crumble to the ground. So we didn't get some of the items that we put in there, but we did get all the stones, which is handy. We're also going to harvest these logs here, just to have the extra firewood and sticks that we might need. There we go. Bark, because we're going to need this bark and the sticks for our first little house once we find our location. So, we hit M for map, and we can look at the map that we're on. We can see some different biome features. This was our shipwreck. What we're looking for is a cave. Now, our wisdom wisp shows up here, and we're not real interested in the wisdom wisp. But one of the things we can highlight on here is on the map you have certain objective markers, or markers of basically things that you've found. You can set all of these things as you sign in and out. You can actually set filters and markers and whatnot here, and you can also click on the map to set your own waypoint, and you can click it again to remove it. But one of the things that is interesting is when this green eye is beside the icon, you can see on your navigation compass at the top that those objects appear on the navigation compass. Now, if you hit map again, and let's say we come over here and we click the eye under shipwreck, now we do not see the shipwreck on our navigational compass. So very good ability to do is turn on things and turn off things if you want to find them, as well as your waypoints. You can turn on and off by clicking on the map. So we are going to we'll go over here and listen to a wisp for a minute. Just one more hint here. Accommodations. It's going to talk about building a shelter, using a stone axe, a hoe, a wooden hammer to build. So some of the things we're going to need to build. Now that light right there is our marker, our waypoint. So you can actually see it in the main map when you set a marker. And we have now survived one day. Days will continue to cycle. We are in spring, but we do need to hurry up and get us a village and find us a place to camp permanently for a while. So we need to find that cave. So let's go look for a cave, because as we are talking, winter is coming. Not to parody another movie, but it is true. Now, water has been updated recently in this game, and man, doesn't that look good. Just the waves, the look of the waves and this pools here. And we do have water inland now. One of the cool features of this recent update was we have lakes, ponds that can appear. So as we get close to things, as we venture off away from the shore and up into the woods, we're going to be looking for natural water collectors, of course, because we are going to get thirsty pretty quick. We can put that in our water skin if we find them. So we're constantly looking on the ground. We also can pick up berries as a food source as well. Now the wisp is going to keep popping up and somewhat annoying us. I'm not going to turn it off just yet, but I will after a while. We are going to look and see. Now this right here is flax, and it does allow you to pick up and get fiber really easy. This is kind of the third way you can get fiber. First we have the wisps, then we have reeds that we can break down, and then also we have the flax. And fiber is a very important commodity in the game. So anytime we see flax, we're pretty much going to try to pick it up. Unexplored cave. Wow, that was fast. We have found a cave. So let's use our Viking vision. And I promise you, I have not played this before. Not this seed. This is just dumb luck, or fortune favors the bold, maybe? So look right there. Look how it lights up. That is a cave. And we have found what I think is a great location. Oh, that's not bad at all. Let's see. So this is our cave. We can see it on the map here. Now, on every map, at least in past times, on every map there is at least 3 caves. Now this may or may not have changed in the recent update. So what we are going to do, we're going to look. Let's just see, how far away from shore are we? So our first cave is here, and our shipwreck is here. This is not a bad place to build. I'm going to look around this cave location again. I mean, that was our first objective, find a cave. We are going to have to probably mine out every cave on the map. This is a cave location. That's what they look like. Let's see what we have surrounding our cave location to see if we have good resources. These right here we haven't spoken about yet, but these are small Jotun blood shards. If you have a pickaxe, you can hold and harvest them. So let us see. Oops. I keep pressing that. Let us see what it takes to build our pickaxe. We need nothing. We have everything we need. We now have a pickaxe, and we can hold and harvest Jotun blood shard. Now these Jotun blood shards look, they have a different look now. Blood of my enemy, a Mimir favors you. So we've accomplished an achievement of Mimir. You can see how you can accomplish tasks quite easily as you go through here. Achievements. Alright, so we have a large stone. We also have Jotun blood. So we're going to hold that. And that, well, we held T, so that should pick up all of it. Same with the stones. We got 3 stones. And this large stone, if we hit pick up, we have to carry it around like this. But we're going to need stones, so we're going to carry it back to our little area right here in front of our cave. And we'll drop it real quick. It'll be there for when we need it. Alright, let's continue to search the area. Over here, near our base, we have what looks like a crypt. There is a skeleton warrior. Alright, skeleton warrior right there. He pulled out his giant sword. I don't think we can, well, let's see. These guys are pretty tough. Oh dear, yep, pretty tough. Don't think we're gonna make it. Let's run. We can hear our heartbeat in our ears as we lost life. And we're gonna see if we can get far enough away for him to de-aggro. Looks like skeleton de-aggroed. We hear the heartbeat. So let's have some food. Let's eat the mussel. And another one. We've eaten 2. And 3. And maybe some berries. Now, health comes back very slowly in the beginning of the game. You have to create a house and sleep in the house. Oh, we found something else. You have to create a little hut and sleep in the hut to be able to recover your strength. But we found a fallen bird nest, and we're going to gather resources from it. We got bird feathers. That'll be great for when we're wanting to make arrows. Alright, Mr. Wisp, tell us what you have for us. Oh, very well. It's the same tip to make a house. But let's just see. This cave isn't bad. But while we're allowing our health to come back up slowly, let's continue around. It is kind of close to that crypt, or that cemetery, I should say. We didn't even get close enough for it to show up on our map. But it will. Once you get close enough to the cemetery, it'll pop up. Now there's a wolfer den right there through the trees. You can hear the wolves, and when you hear them howl, usually that means they've seen you. So we're going to try to get away, as we are not prepared to fight a pack of wolves, because you never fight just one. So we do have some neighbors relatively close. Uh-oh. There's another skeleton. We must be close to another. Oh goodness, we have lots of neighbors here. Oh, he wanted to swing at us. Okay, I'm not sure why. What was over there that I missed? He's going back. Let's see if we can follow him a little bit. Where is this? Is this a cemetery? Ah, we are really close to another cemetery, it looks like. Let's see if we can run past him. Small cemetery. Oh, more than one. Let's roll just as he was about to swing his sword. Oop, he swung it again. Glad he missed us. Our life is already low. So, it looks like we are kind of surrounded by unfriendlies right here. I'm kind of wondering if we shouldn't go look for another cave. This one's on the map. I think what I'll do is I'm going to go walk around the map and see if I can find a second or third cave without dying. With the power of editing, I will cut out the boring walking and let you know when we find our next cool objective. But for now, we're just going to be walking around looking for, well, trying to avoid cemeteries, like the large and the small one that is really close to that cave. Not saying we couldn't survive it, but there's always the chance that we don't. So, with that much heat right around that cave, we might look for another one to start our game with. I also want to find some of the new lakes or ponds in the game. So, I'm going to wander around. I'll bring you back when I find something cool. Well, we did find a Drugar field. That's not what we were looking for. Let's get away from those guys. I no longer feel well hydrated, but I'm not bad. My simple torch broke. That's great. Now we're in the dark. We'll use our Viking vision to see what's ahead of us. Okay, let's keep looking for another cave. We're up in the hills. There's some more Finn. I see those with our Viking vision. I like to just kind of spam the Viking vision, as it does help out in seeing where you're headed. So if we could find a cave near the Finmar spawn, that would be ideal. Oh, now we have found we're getting the lay of the land, as this is our large. I probably shouldn't get this close. The large spire. Let's go right the other direction, because you do not want to fight those guys. There is some big boss-like Drugar in there that will have you dead in a jiffy. Okay. Another thing we haven't run across yet is a bear. So hopefully we don't. Not soon anyways. Let's look at the map, see where we're at. So we've traveled around this area here. We've found Drugar fields, Wolfer dens, large cemeteries, Drugar small. We found the large spire. And this is our cave. So I'm going to assume our other cave might just be over there. So I'm going to set a marker and head in the direction of my marker. Look what we found, a large lake. Oh, I'd love to build around this large lake. This is great. Let's get off in the water and swim. Yes. Oh, ugh, cold, he says, but I'm so happy to swim in our first lake. This is wonderful. Yes. Doing the backstroke. Let's do the backstroke. Yes. We'll put up our axe just so we can swim better. Oh, it's so exciting to have our first lake in the game. Oh, listen to the birds. Yes. It's very peaceful, this biome. Oh, excellent. We got lily pads. I'm going to do my best to build around a lake. Our village needs a lake. And we have new fish species in this lake as well. Alright, let's see here. So we've got our lake here. Large lake. I want to find a cave close by. Kind of making a circuit around this lake just to see what we can find. Don't need that. So we did find that. I bet you there's a cave up here. This looks like a good location. Nice rocky terrain. It's getting cloudy. Ah, we found another cave. Or is it the same one that we already knew of? Yep, it's the same one. We made a circle. I do like the idea of having all these fen here. This is definitely a good place to build. We can just find a cave nearby. We're definitely in the right type of environment for a cave. I feel like we're close. We have found the white shipwreck. So this was one of our things to kill a white. I wonder if we can try to get one of these guys to aggro without too many others. Let's see. Alright, we have 2 on us. And we have an axe and a torch. Let's get this one right here. One of these. Oh, okay. That one de-aggroed, so let's go see if we can get this one. Oh, he got us. He got us. Let's see. This one here is the one we're trying to go after. Yeah, we got him. Alright. We accomplished that. We got us a white. I don't want to stick around. We just completed our little task and we're back to looking for caves. A storm is coming. Thor is beating his hammer and finds shelter. Unfortunately, all we did was find a wolfer den. Looks like. I want it. There we go. It popped up on our thing. We cut to the right just in time. Ah, it looks like we found another cave. Okay, this might not be a bad location. We got Wolfar, we got Finn real close. We got a cave. I don't have... Well, we got a hill here. We've got a good view of the surrounding area. Let's see where this is. I'm hearing Smoker. We're pretty far away from our lake, but this to me, the white shipwreck, a wolfer den, we're not surrounded by too many bad things. We might want to look over here just to make sure what's in this area. But I like this one. This one looks like a good place to build a village. We're just going to kind of go this way a little bit. We've got lots of garlic and onions. Speaking of which, let's eat an onion and a garlic and a mussel. Let's see. We didn't eat them. Eat an egg. Eat mussel. Eat onions. The mussels were a little old, so we got a bit of a stomach ache, but that's okay. Let's just see what's over here. Another wolfer den somewhere in there. I don't know where. What do we have here? Okay, so the ocean isn't terribly far away. Okay, yeah, I think that's going to be a good location for our village to survive the winter. I really do. I don't see... I mean, wolf or dens are good things to have around your village, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. Too many cemeteries and Drogar can be a little problematic for your villagers. But this big natural water collector, we can make wells around those. And yeah, so it looks to me like this might be a good place to build. Oh, we got a mushroom here. Let's pick up some mushrooms. There we go. Yeah, I mean we're not terribly far away from the sea. Like, there's our unexplored cave. Show on compass. There we go. We just right-clicked on that to be able to see. And let's right-click that and take show on compass off. So right here, not too far from the sea. So if you're wanting to know, the shipwreck was here, and we've traveled around this area and found one explored cave really close to the shipwreck, but it is surrounded by a small cemetery and a large cemetery. This one here just has a couple of Drogar dens, doesn't seem too active. So, and we are that far away from the large spire. So I think we're going to start with this one. We're close to a white shipwreck as well, which might be the first boss we try to take on. So let's head on up here near the cave and start building the first bits of our village. So we have lots of resources up here. Over here. What? Right there. We got a wolfhard den right there. Let's see if we can get it to pop up on our map so we can try to keep from running into it. That's the wolfhard den. And our cave is right over here. So there we are. And we have a nice little clearing. We have Smoker, we have Fen really close. Yep, I like this location. I think this will do nicely. Okay, so to start with, we'll start just right up here inside the cave area. We'll pick us an onion. And the Wisp wants us to build our location out, so we will. Let's go in here and build a campfire. Now, we build a simple fire. We can't actually light it until we get a cover, at least in the rain. So why don't we start with a shelter. Now, the shelters are about this size. You can use the mouse wheel to kind of scroll in and out. See where you want to set it. Now, our cave is right there. So why don't we set... we can hold E to rotate. Why don't we just set it right... Our first little hut should be right here. So we need a hoe. Need a hoe to... Need 2 of that and 4 sticks. So we can craft 2 of these quite easily. But we need 4 sticks. So this tree right here is going to be kind of in our way anyways. Except this is a birch tree. We can't chop birch trees down. So we can chop down fir trees, though. So let's... You know, fir trees are, you know, well, there's quite a few right in this area. We won't have to go too far. We can also get sticks just from collecting them from dwarf spruce here. So we'll probably do some of that. And we can chop the trees down here by just holding R. Get out of the way. Our inventory is full, so let's run back to our hut right here that our first one we're building right here in the trees. Let's make our hoe now. We're missing 2 of the stone blades. I thought we made 2 of those. Let's make 2 more. Okay, the hoe. Ah, I know what's happening. Our inventory is full. So, if your inventory is full like mine, might be good just eat some of the food. This we're going to drop because it's already too... And it gets in the red, it'll give you a tummy ache, and we don't really need it. Be careful eating the mushrooms until they're cooked. Just a tip. And we need some water, so let's drink us a bit of water here out of our flask. And make us a hoe now, I think. We gotta make the 2 stone blades. And unfortunately, we wasted our stone blades. Because every time we made them, there they are. Every time we made them, we were dropping them because our inventory was full. So, we lost a couple, but we should be able to make the hoe now. Okay, now that we've made the wooden hoe, we just come up to the plot here, and we hit E to level the ground. Okay, and then here. Okay, and here. I wouldn't necessarily recommend building it so close to these trees, but this is just our first hut, and we won't actually be keeping this hut for an extended period of time. Okay, we have our house here. We need to add some supplies, which means we need to get our axe out. We need to add 2 long sticks. Got them smokers over there. Well, let's clear out this right here. So our village is going to take up quite a bit of space, so we'll clear the tree stumps as well. We'll have to break down the tree. Okay, we're going to pick up 1 long stick and carry it over. We're supposed to hit R to add as a supply to it. There we go. Let's come over here. We can make a well right there. That'll be good. Be nice and central to our village. Let's pick up this bark. Well, we're full on everything else, but we can still pick up and carry something on our shoulders. Let's add that. There we go. So now we need a hammer to build. We're missing the hammer. So let's go in here and make a wooden hammer. We need another stick. So let's see, do we have any? Yes, right up there we have a dwarf spruce. Only our inventory is full, so let's come over here. Right down here we'll throw some stuff out. Such as this bark. We're going to need it here in a minute, but we can't have it in our inventory. Yeah, let's go. Yes, wisdom wisp. Okay, we got 1, 2 sticks. Let's check. What do we need for the hammer? 2 sticks. There we go. It's hammer time. Boker and Etri favor you. So we have completed an achievement for them as well. Alright, we hold E to hammer away on our shelter. Excellent. Now we need to supply it with rope and sticks, which we have some of that. We need one more long stick and 7 more short sticks. So let's come over here. See, do we have anything else on the ground over here? There's some sticks. Let's grab some of these. I hear somebody. Who is that? It's a smoker. I'll hit it with my hammer. Now you can pick these smokers up like that. Look at this guy. It's the ugliest looking bunny you've ever seen. With a rat tail and kind of rat skin. Ugh. But if you can get them in a location to kind of pin them down, you can kind of harvest them for meat, so to speak. So let's... Oh, we missed him. Oh, there's the wolfar. They were chasing a smoker as well, but it's nice to see. We have smokers. We have Finn over, I think, over there. Yeah, it's just good. Let's supply the 4 sticks here. We have 3 more sticks we need to get. So we can get sticks here from the dwarf spruce. Rather easy. I love the resources we have right around this little area. It's all about where you build your village, really. Let's take a drink from this natural water collector. And we'll pick up an onion. Alright, let's head back over here. I like that we have a hill here, a nice hill that we can build on top of. You know, once we get arrows, we'll be able to start shooting those smokers. That'll be good. Alright. Now, we know the wolfar are close. They're right there, chasing the smoker. But they will be good for fur as well when the time comes. Okay, let's... Uh-oh, what was that? That was that will-o-wisp. Okay, there's our long stick. Wisdom wisp. There we are. Okay, we can build now. Now is when we need all that bark. Now, one of the things we can look at too is we're getting some buffs right now. And if we look in our tab, let's see, where is that again? I want to say it's here. Ah, yes, in our inventory, hitting I, you can see well hydrated and well fed. Strength is slightly increased and stamina is slightly increased. So if you keep yourself well fed and well watered, then you can also receive those buffs. Let's pick up this bark and supply the bark. And let's go to... There we go. Come on, shelter. And we are done. Odin favors you with accommodations. Thank you, Odin. Let's see here. So we have accommodations. We need a campfire. And a well. I think a campfire might look nice right here. Let's see, a simple fire. There we are. Let's supply what we need. We need 5 more sticks. Let's run over here to where we were chopping that tree. Right back here. I think there's sticks on the ground. Yep. We need 5. That's 3. Any others? There's some resin we'll might need. There's a stick right there. So that's 2 more. That's our 5 that we need. Let's grab this and carry it over there too. That way we can break it up into its components. Bark and firewood and whatnot. There we go. Alright. Some old mussels that are no good anymore and some spoiled food. And some more bark. Alright, we have those. We've made a simple fire. Now what we want to do right away before we add stuff is we want to build the advanced fire. Let's get that onion out of the way there. Now what we need to build the advanced fire is stones. Now I believe we have a stone right here, it looks like. Yep. So as long as we pull out our pickaxe, we would normally be able to harvest it, but we need a better pickaxe for that one, but not for this one. So let's get some stones. Now the other perk of having your cave close by is you will get lots of stones from mining the cave. So we just got 5 of those, and we can pick up this large stone. We walked another large stone. Well, that was at the other cave, but now we have a large stone there. If we need more stones, we can break that up. What was that? Oh, wolf are chasing the smokers. That's funny. Alright, we need a little bit more stone. Let's break this one up here. This large stone can be broken down into smaller stones. There we are. Hold T, click 3 more, and drop them in there. We need 4 sticks now. Now, we did bring this over here. Let's see what we can get. Oops. I no longer feel strong because my food bar has gone down a bit. Okay, let's see. We got 1 stick out of that, at least. And there's another stick, it looks like. Okay, we got 2 sticks. Let's just throw those in the supply here. It leaves us with 2 more that we need. Now we got bark that we could use as firewood and such. So let's see if we can just find a... I'll pick up this garlic here. Let's just see our inventory, make sure none of our garlic berries are yellow. Let's go ahead and eat those. Eat one of our garlic. Mussels are getting yellow. Just eat all that food up real quick. And we're looking for, yes, more of these. I would so like, if anybody has found a seed that has a cave right next to a large lake like that, I would love to know what that seed is. So if you find one, shout out down in the comments, and perhaps we will see what we can do with that one. Either for your own personal, I'll share it, either for your own personal gameplay use on the channel, or at some point maybe we'll use that seed. So by all means, let me know down in the comments. Alright, let's see. We want to make a fire cover so that at some point when there's lots of bad weather, we can still have our fire going. Okay, I'm going to pick up all this bark here. We're going to put bark in here, as that's what it's asking for. It's also asking for 4 rope. Let's see, let's make 5. Supply that. We need 2 more sticks and more bark, so I say we just go chop a tree. Perhaps this tree. Well, we'll pick up this one for the sticks, and we'll chop this tree down. Gotta keep an eye out for those wolfar, because I know they're close. Okay, so we have more bark there. Great. More sticks. Inventory's full, so let's run back. And because it's almost night, it's about time to rest. There we go. Let's build this fire cover. There's that smoker. What are you doing, smoker? Ah, tried a heavy attack. Couldn't get him. Alright, we'll get him soon. Oh, there's a stone. We're gonna need that. Alright, so we got a cover. The next thing we can do is build a barbecue, but we will just add some fuel here. Some actual firewood. We're gonna hold to ignite. Get us a fire going. Alright, let's go inside and go to sleep. What do you say? So here we are sleeping. We can also open shelter menu once we wake up. We're going to let this come all the way up so that we get the... And we're now getting a buff. If you notice, we're getting sheltered, we're getting resting, and we're also getting buff from the fire and well fed. Now we have our first Blood Moon Rising. I was worried about getting one very soon. Blood Moon Rising means these things are going to come in, whites usually, are going to come in and try to attack us. And I want to make a spiked club, but I think all I can muster might be a flimsy club right away. So let's see if I can make one real quick before they get here. I need to find some sticks. We'll also see what direction they're coming from by looking at their compass. We know they're coming from this direction. And there they are. So let's see if we can get these sticks before they get up on us. Alright, we got away. I'd like to get a few more sticks while they're chasing us. Okay, let's see if we can run over here and make a flimsy club real quick before they get us. Maybe come up here. Let's see if we can make a flimsy club real quick. Okay, we have a flimsy club. That's in our 2 slot. Here we go. Let's see if we can get one of these whites. Alright, stick and move. It's going to be the way. Because we can daze them. Okay. Do a heavy attack. We got him dazed. A couple of them dazed. Let's just go at them. There we go. Got him. Yes, alright. Let's go. We got the whites. And the blood moon is over. The first blood moon is pretty easy. But subsequent ones will not be. Now before these whites disappear, some of the things we might want to do is get a knife to harvest them. So we're going to need stone blade, I know, and stone knife. We're going to need one more rope. Okay, and it looks like that's it. There we go. We now have a stone knife down in our inventory. So all we do, we don't have to actually have it in our hand. We just have to hold R. And we're going to skin these whites for their resources. And sometimes you can get Jotun blood will come from these whites. Their skinning is coming up. The more we level, the better we get, and the faster we get at these skills. Okay, well, we did get bone. And we do want bone to make spiked clubs. So at some point in your game, you'll have so much bone, you'll have to find a pit to throw it all in, probably, but right now, it's a good, valuable resource for us. Okay, looks like possibly a little more bone. Right there. We can hold T so we can pick it all up, because it is clipping into the rock here, kind of where they landed. See, I got my first injury there from working on skinning. It didn't last long, but it does do a little bit of health damage to you. There we are. Let's see. We got bone fragments. I think that's it. You can kind of move the little pointer around. See if that's all you're getting. So now we can make a spiked club. Another thing that will happen is in most cases they'll come in and just start destroying all of your things that you've built, your whole village, every time we have a blood moon rising. So that is something you want to keep in mind to possibly build walls or fortifications around your place. What I did is I ran towards them, so I aggroed them, and they never had a chance to come over and try to start attacking my base. Now, one of the things you can do here is T to manage shelter, and that would give you the ability to name it, decide what outpost it goes with, and assign different workers to it. This is a shelter, but I'm going to say Chief's shelter. Obviously I before E, except after C. Chief's hut. Okay, this is the Chief's hut for right now. And housing plus 27, so it gives a little bit of a bonus, a housing bonus. Now, our fuel's getting a little bit low. We'll add one more stick of fuel to the fire. And we're going to eat, oops, excuse me, I for inventory. We're going to eat another garlic and an onion. Maybe 2 garlic and 2 onion. There we go. Maybe 3 garlic and 3 onion. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to go back to sleep and try to get our health bar to come up. We are currently getting these. The sheltered buff. We're not getting the benefits from the garlic and onion, I guess, because probably they were too old. But our health will begin to come up as we rest. You can see it is very slow, but the better shelters you have, different things you have in the crafting inventory, you can look at them. We got cottages, the chieftain's house, and a longhouse, besides these shelters. So we will be building cottages relatively soon, but before we can do any of that, we have to go to our settlement tab, and we have to build. We have a builder's hut, which is really neat. I think that's pretty awesome, because I don't remember a builder's hut before. So this is possibly a new item. It does look like a new item. Yeah, it looks like a new building in the game, so that's really neat. But we do have to build Odin's Eye. So we're going to find a location to build Odin's Eye at. And while we've got a little bit of a nap. Odin's Eye is generally, you know, kind of center of your camp, but that is something that, well, that's a voxel. That's a little bit of a glitch there. Showing black, I think. But we do have right here, this is the water. We want to make a well there. We also want to kind of make our shelters around the well and, you know, near fire and all that. So one of the places that I like to put Odin's Eye is usually at our highest point. That's kind of bad the way they're blocking that out. It's not as good looking as it used to be, but that's okay. We have a well up here, looks like, that we could establish. So that's kind of cool. We kind of want to put our outpost up here. So I don't know. I want to put a watchtower up here. Where shall Odin's Eye go? Maybe Odin's Eye should go right here behind our shelter. That's actually not a bad idea. We can turn Odin's Eye till it looks in that direction. Let's put Odin's Eye right there, kind of hidden in this little section. So we have our hoe, we can level the ground. And we have survived 4 days now. Congratulations. I don't know. This might not work. The ground leveling's not working. Huh. So, this might not be a good location for it. Yeah, it's not working, so let's dismantle. And let's try again, a little bit farther down. B. Odin's Eye, build. Maybe build it right here. Let's see if we can do that. Level the ground. There we go. Excellent. It's working now, I think. Maybe. There we go. Alright, yeah, that's a good little place right behind our hut. Let's supply some stone. We got sticks, long sticks, and stones. And we have day 4. Or day 5, that's what we're in, I guess. Some berries, some onions, you know. Basic food and water resources. Now, one of the things we do want to build is a well pretty quick. I know they want us to build a water catcher and, you know, water collector. But let me see if I can go ahead and build a water well. What does it take? I gotta build the rain collector first. Okay. So, rain collector. Where shall we put the rain collector? Put a rain collector right over here. I guess by my place. There we go. Okay, so the rain collector will be here. Chief's hut there. Sticks and long sticks. So we will have to come back here. Let's harvest some trees. Okay, let's get the sticks. And the resin, we might pick up the resin too. And then we'll need this long stick. Okay, yeah, let's build the rain collector first. That's kind of, you know, that's kind of the next thing we generally would want to build. Get you a water supply going. Flax. We'll grab that resource. Here's just another tree. Except this tree is bigger. It gets logs, so it requires better... We can only cut down the young firs with our axe that we have. Let's grab the sticks first. Sticks. Now I'm holding T, but it's not... There, it picked up multiples that time, but sometimes it doesn't want to. We've got some long sticks here that we can carry over here. Alright, now we just need one more long stick. We should be good to go. So we now have a water supply, and because we have that water supply, we can now build the water well, which is something we want to kind of get started right over here. This is going to be where our water well is for sure. So click water well, click build, and there you go. That's going to be our water well for our village, a main one. We'll have multiple, but that will be the main one. And we need stones and sticks. Lots of stones and sticks. Let's run around here, collect sticks like this until we find some stones. There's a stone right over here, looks like. I think we needed 12 stones. Now, one of the things we can do is pin the item, and that's something we haven't really talked about. Now, I noticed my water level is low, so we're going to get us a drink real quick. Alright, there we are. Let's get a drink. Good, good. Stay while hydrated is important. And then we're going to go ahead and break this one up here for more stones. Got a little injury there. Eat a few berries. And we're going to eat this onion that we have in our... couple of onions and a couple of garlic. Trying to get our health back up in case we have another attack. Now, you may notice that I've cut a couple of things out. Some of the lengthy, build process. Some of that I'll have in here. Some of it I may cut out, as it just makes things, the pace of the video, a little more rapid. But let me know if you want to see every step, every moment of our building and crafting, or if you enjoy the first video where I cut some of that material out. Let me know what you think. Is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? Oh, I heard a wolf. Where's that wolf? I might try to fight him now. I want to get a spiked club before I do that. We do have the bone. Let's see. What is it going to take to build a spiked club? Or a flimsy bow, even. Let's get a spiked club and a flimsy shield. We have the bone. We don't have the resin yet, or the sticks, because we've been putting the sticks into our well. So let's come over here, chop down another tree. Maybe we'll get some resin. It's a smoker. Hear him running around, just making sure it's not a wolf bar. There's some resin. Great. Let's see, sticks. Yeah, there's some sticks right there. Resin. Get us a large stick. Oh, trying not to harvest it. I wanted to pick it up. Okay. Let's run it over here. Okay, what do we need? Lots of sticks, but to make our... we need 3 more sticks is all. Let's harvest this. Okay, there's some more sticks there. That's 2. We'll leave this lumber here. Head back over here and see about chopping up this one here. Oh wait, there's some sticks right there. Okay. There we go. Let's make us a spiked club. And then what's it take to make this? We need 5 bark and 2 sticks. So 5 rope we can do. And then just bark and 2 sticks, right? Well, we have a tree we're chopping here. Ah, level 8 of wood harvest. So let's grab the bark, the sticks, the firewood. Well, looks like we're full up. Let's run the firewood back over to our fire. We probably could extinguish the fire right now. And then we can just add firewood here. Get ready for the evening. We don't want to add the sticks because we need the sticks. We also want to upgrade this with a barbecue. So we have the rope, but we're also trying to make us a shield. Let's see here. Let's look at our inventory. So this right here is our spiked club. We're going to put that in place of our simple spiked club. And what did we do here? Yeah, I guess our flimsy club already broke, possibly, but we have a simple spiked club. We're wanting this, and it looks like we have enough to craft it, so let's make our flimsy shield. And then we're going to want to make a bow, though we're not as good with the bow. We got us a drink. Didn't really plan on that, but we're about to have a well and have all the water we need, so no problem there. Let's see. What do we need? Stones and sticks still. Okay. But we have a club, and we have a spiked mace of sorts. Let's just chop us a tree. Get out of the way. Now for me, I like to reorganize my stuff and put my weapons in the beginning. And I like to actually put my water skin down here because I have a tendency to accidentally hit it. And then we also now have this special feature here where we can lock, prevent items from going into the quick bar on pickup. So like if we want, like I don't need my hammer in the quick bar. So I can right click, remove it from the quick bar. I sometimes might need my axe, my pickaxe, a knife, and the hoe. And then I like to leave these for food slots, or a torch and food slots. So what we're going to do, we have onions down there, but that's basically the only food we have. We have one onion, so we're going to have to start thinking about harvesting some food. I think we're almost ready to go harvest us a wolfar. So let's see here. Now, in order to make this, we're going to need the 5 rope for our barbecue. We also need the water, so I don't know which we should make first. Let's just keep at it. We chopped down that tree, so let's see what we did with it right here. Let's harvest. Alright, sticks and stones. There we go. Can't harvest that stone, it's too big. And we do have some more garlic here, we'll pick that. These stones we can harvest, or we can harvest Jotun blood. We also have Odin's Eye we're working on, so lots of things to build and work on. So okay, let's pick up these stones. 8 stones, just like that. That's good. We are going to need some berries, so now those go down into our quick slot. So now what we can do, which is kind of neat now, is we can lock things from going into our quick bar if we happen to remove food. We'll put the food back. Now we are going to need large stones for the Eye of Odin. And we honestly need to get villagers coming pretty quickly. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to run it over there to the Eye of Odin. Because I know I'm going to need some at some point. So let's drop it here. In the meantime, we need sticks, stones, and long... So let's get this going. Because a villager, honestly, will help us to build all of the stuff we're working on. We can just get this going. And that will be what we complete. It's really easy to get squirrely in this game, so to speak. Easy to... I've got a fellow streamer who... Her name is Squirrely Girl. Squirrely Girl Gaming, and she knows exactly what I mean when I say getting squirrely. You too might know exactly what we mean. In games like this, it's easy to get squirrely. Add. Okay, we need 2 more sticks. Let's see. There's a dwarf tree right over there that should give us 2 sticks. Alright. Okay, 2 sticks. Let's go. There we go. Add. Let's build. Okay, now notice it needs 2 large stones, so there's 1. And we broke up the other large stone, so we're going to have to go get this one. We're going to pick up the large stone. We're going to drop it right here. We're going to build. Stamina's out. Let's eat an onion. And berries. There we go. Let's get back to building. The good thing is we can work through the night. Your villagers will usually sleep during the day. Sleep during the night, work during the day. But you have the ability to adjust how they, their whole schedule. So let's open storage and let's drop in these Jotun blood that we've been carrying around. Just right click to drop them in. And there we are. We can activate. Now when we activate, we get 2 options. If we get to Odin, Eye of Odin tier 3, we can actually recall one of the villagers we've lost. So that's a really neat change in the game that's happened recently. Now, I do think they still need to work on these facial models a little bit, but hopefully that'll come. Now we want to look at their perks. 3 of their perks are always going to be hidden, but you can look at the first 2, and this one's Storm Rider. Unease, I'm weather sensitive and I have reduced productivity during heavy rain. Don't want any negatives if we can help it. Soggy discomfort. So Mila is out. She doesn't like rain, doesn't like storms, doesn't like being wet. But let's look at Juna. Juna is a winter huntsman. This is good. When we go into winter, we're going to need people that can actually hunt during the winter. And craftsman. She excels at creating tools. So Juna is our girl. And let's begin the process of calling her down from Odin. The Eye of Odin was activated. A new villager will arrive soon. So it sends up this beacon into the night sky. Like this. That beacon. I see it. And our villagers will appear. They will come to the call of the Eye of Odin. At this point, we're about to get our first villager. We've found our cave right there. We've got the basics started to set up, and when our villager gets here, they will help us build the things that we've set out. So we also need to make sure they have a shelter, and so we'll do that at the beginning of the next episode. We're going to end this here. I want to thank you for joining us on Tech Wizard Stream, and until next time.